Hey everyone, welcome to the Clover FPV Systems YouTube channel. Free your VTX, FPV everything.
Yo, bye!
Okay, you guys, what we have right in front of me here is the Clover cage, the world's first highly modular, quick swapping, hard mounting VTX cage with a couple of its 3D printable options. If you're interested in all of the options for it, be sure to check Clover FPV Systems website, where you'll find everything that you need to adapt and 3D print your own mounts for all of your devices. I'm just going to leave the models for the O3 air unit, the Caddy's top plate, bottom plate, 20mm standoffs, and 8 10mm screws. You'll also notice what I have in front of me, a 2mm hex driver and thread locker. I highly recommend using thread locker on at least all of your bottom plate screws. First things first, we're going to grab one of the 10mm screws and put it up through one of the 4 standoff holes. Take a standoff, put it in place. And we're going to do that for all 4 of them. And your bottom is assembled. Now we can take the 3D print for the O3 air unit and fit it in over the standoffs. Our bottom plate is finished, but we are ready for the top plate. If you're using the O3 air unit, the O3 air unit will be tucked safely in there. You can install your removable antenna mount into the antenna slot in the back of the top plate, and we're ready to put our top plate screws in. I don't normally use Loctite on top plate screws. You can if you want. All right, you guys, that's how you assemble a Clover cage. You'll see that there are 2 holes near the front and 2 holes near the back. Those will be for your mounting screws. If you're building your Clover cage for an FPV drone, we'll cut to whichever drone you're building next. If you're building it for a surface vehicle, then we'll cut to a tutorial on how to use the external mounting system. Whatever you're using, we'll see you over there. Okay, you guys, so we've got our Clover cage assembled, and I've got in front of me just a few of the options that we have available for purchase and to download to 3D print for yourself at home for the Clover cage. Right here, pretty simple. This is just a protection for the top skid plate if you plan on doing some concrete or asphalt and you don't want to wear down your screw heads. What we have here is the cheese plate, or the universal mounting plate. This one is specifically designed to be equipped with proprietaries, such as the fan that you see here and the external antenna mounting point that you see here. The Clover cage itself slots into the little holes in the top, right on top of the Clover logo. You will need to put your hex screws in the bottom and 2 in the side. Now we are going to include all of the hardware that you need if you buy the kit from the store, but I do recommend buying a kit like this. If you can get your hands on one, I got it on Amazon. I'll provide a link below. Now that we have the screws in the bottom, we are ready to insert our mounting hardware. Figure out how to hold that screw into place, and then the tool goes through the hole in the top, and then you lightly screw in the screws until it threads into the hex. And just go until you get a little grip, and that is good enough. Do the same on the other side. I'm putting my finger in the way so that when I put this upright, it has something to lean into. Go in through the top with my tool Use my finger to push it into place. And the thinner part of the TPU here acts as a retainer for this screw, so hopefully you only have to do this once. Just until it's tight. We do the same thing in the back. Careful not to push the hex nuts out of there. If you like, you can super glue them. Tighten it down till it's just snug. And there we are. We're ready to start mounting to anywhere that you have a mounting wedge. Now you can take this file here and just put a piece of double-sided tape and stick it to whatever you want. Or you can download the available customizable 3D print file, bring it into your favorite CAD software, and adapt a mount for whatever car that you have. We're going to put this in here just so that I can demonstrate how the mounting system works. Now you are going to need 35mm long M3. Those will be included. You should be able to push through. It's supposed to have a little bit of resistance, and then we tighten the screw down into the inserted hex on the other side. And I promise you guys, once this has 2 screws on it, it's not going anywhere. It is rock solid. Now let's get to the point of using the cheese plate, which is using our proprietaries. I got this 30x30 fan from A Main Hobbies. It's a ProTech fan. It's tough as rocks, and the holes on the side of the cheese plate are designed to interface with the holes on the ProTech fan and a couple of its clones. You just screw these straight into the TPU. These are 20mm long screws, and if you want to be real safe, dip the heads of the screws in super glue before you screw them in. This antenna mount is designed to go on the back here. In the back, you are limited to using 8mm long screws, so I do recommend using super glue on these 2 screws. You don't have to, but it does make it a little more solid. You can also just print a version of the cheese plate that has the external antenna integrated into the print. You got 1 more screw that goes in right here. Now that this is installed, you have a second position where you can move your antenna. So you take it out, open the little flap, cram it all in, tighten it down, and now you have a Clover cage that is ready to bash. I have an MJX HyperGo H16BM that I've already made an adapted file for. Let's go ahead and slide it on. Just so that I can show you guys what a finished mount looks like. When you've gotten the screw out a little bit, you should just be able to pull it to get it out the rest of the way. Sometimes you have to use pliers. Remove the demo wedge, and you'll see that this here is an adaptation of this file that I adapted to the H16BM using the hardware holes that were available on the platform. It has 2 big holes up top so that I was able to get my tool head through to here. It doesn't affect the solidity, and then all you do here is make sure that your cords are out of the way. You slide it into place. Put your mounting hardware in on the side. Screw it in. And there you have it. One last thing. Nice. Now you can slide it on asphalt and take it to the skate park and not wear down your screws. How good? It's designed to carry all of your peripherals from one system to the next, which means that just with 2 screws, you can slide your video transmitter off in the Clover cage and put it on whatever other devices you have, even a 1/8 scale. If you want to see video of that, please make sure that you're subscribed. It's coming soon. And if you're wondering why the body is jacked up, it's because I've beat the crap out of this thing and had way too much fun. I even ran it over with my car. I don't have any footage for it. You'll just have to believe me. Hey everyone, Clover FPV Systems is on a mission to grow. I want to take this project worldwide, and to do that, I could use your support. The best way to do that is to go over to cloverfpvsystems.com and make a purchase. The easiest way to do that is to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. And if you'd like early access and ad-free versions of all of our videos, exclusive behind-the-scenes content, merch, and more, please head over to our Patreon. And remember, the cure for bad luck isn't good luck, it's perseverance. Stay bashing. I'll be here in the next video.